Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and to be Toastmasters. I am Toastmaster Anurag, the standing sergeant at arm today. Welcomes you to the 28th meeting of VirtuoMasters Club. In any Toastmasters meeting, we follow certain rules in order to ensure that the meeting is carried on smoothly. The rules which we follow are: do not unmute yourself until and unless it is your turn to speak, and after speaking, mute yourself again. Don't write anything inappropriate in the chat box. If your video is on, make sure you sit in a proper upright position. Do not keep turning on and off your video when a speaker is delivering his or her speech. We do not talk about sex, politics, and religion in a derogatory manner. And I would request you to kindly keep your phone in silent mode or in switched off mode. Now, I would like to call on stage someone who is the guiding light, the shining star in the darkest. She is someone whom I look up to because of her calm and composed demeanor. She is not only the area director of Q3, but she is also the president of our club. Please help me welcome with a huge round of applause Toastmaster Seema.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Anurag. And let's keep the applause continuing for our impromptu Sergeant at Arms. He is a very dedicated Toastmaster, and in fact, he used to go around with a nickname. Impromptu, was it? What nickname was it, Anurag, that you're known as? Stand in, because he is ready to take up any role at the last moment. I think that is a very appreciative quality of a Toastmaster. So once again, a huge round of applause, and thank you so much for that lovely introduction, Toastmaster Anurag. And welcome once again, everyone, to the 28th meeting of Virtual Masters Club. It just seemed like yesterday we did the 25th, but now we are on to 28 and closer to 30. So milestones are being taking place at a very fast pace in Virtual Masters Club. And I'm so glad that all of you have joined in today. As we can see, we do not have guests around. However, I would wish to acknowledge the presence of Toastmaster Anik Datta, a very charismatic Toastmaster, member of City of Joy Toastmasters Club, but he is known for his outstanding Toastmastership in the Toastmaster fraternity. Welcome once again, Toastmaster Anik, and thank you so much for taking up a role with us today. Moving on, I would like to mention that all the members know that the meetings are recorded by the secretary of our club, Toastmaster Shalu Gupta, and it all boils down to minutes of the meeting. And we do not read out the minutes of the meeting, but we make it a point to express it in the members group. And I'm sure all the members have seen the MOMs of the previous meeting, so kindly give a thumbs up if you're okay with the minutes. And in case you need to make any alteration, please let me know on personal message. Well, so as we move on, uh, right, I did one thing wrong. I did not officially open the meeting. So I'm doing that once again. I'm officially opening the meeting with a loud applause. Thank you. This is something when in the virtual medium, you find it difficult, to get on with these habits, because in a physical meeting you have the gavel right in front of you, and okay, you need to hammer this down and open the meeting. In any case, this is how we all keep learning. I can see Manisha, who has come in. Is Manisha Toastmaster or a guest, ma'am?
As a Toastmaster.
Okay. From which club? If you could kindly turn on your video.
So I'll be joining this club.
Right. I know. I was just pulling your leg, because I wanted to see you like Manisha without a surname. So it could be any Manisha.
Okay,
Thank you.
okay.
Thank you for joining in. It's good to have a little humor and laugh it out, in the beginning of a meeting so that you get the energy charged up. Thank you so much for joining us. Well, as we move on, for the benefit of the new Toastmasters and no guests, like every meeting is conducted by an MC or a master of ceremony, or in other words, a Toastmaster of the day. Now, a Toastmaster of the day is someone who makes the meeting flow, sets a flow to the meeting, the entire conduct of the meeting, and it is a huge responsibility. And today we have a Toastmaster. Um, when I asked him about his introduction, he gave me some jargon about his professional work, but then I was not interested in that because professionally, you know everybody. But ever since Vishal has become a Toastmaster in VirtuoMasters Club, I have known him to be a very enthusiastic person. And I also know for a fact that he wanted to join Toastmasters in order to improve his communication skills in English, which is what he had stated. But once he joined Toastmasters, he began to realize that there is a huge area of improvement here in Toastmasters: communication skills, leadership skills, and overall change in personality. So, with a huge round of applause, please help me welcome Toastmaster Vishal, who has had the courage to take up this role today for the very first time. Toastmaster Vishal Agarwal, the podium is yours as the Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you, Madam President, for the lovely introduction. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and guests. Guess why today is the special day for me? Yes, as mentioned by our President, today is the first time I am playing the role of the Toastmaster of the day. Though I was a little hesitant and encouraging push by my mentors gave me the strength today. So I have always listened to and believe what my elders say. But at the same time, I would like to upgrade some of the concepts according to the changing world. I am pretty sure we have all heard at least once in our life, especially from our elders, किस्मत में जो लिखा है वही होता है, which translates to what's written in the destiny will happen no matter what. How many of you agree with it? But, my dear friends, I want to tell you my point of view. I believe what we really want becomes our destiny. If we really work hard on something and keep faith on ourselves, even the destiny has to change its course of flow. Just imagine if the charter members of the virtual Toastmasters Club didn't believe in the concept of virtual meeting, then put in all the efforts to form this club, then would it be possible for Destiny to make Virtual Masters Club to this level? I guess a big no. It's all about the process of believing in yourself. It is all about combination of three things: the desire, karma, and destiny all together. Similarly, every Toastmasters meeting is also divided into three sessions. Prepared speech section, where speaker can deliver their speech based on their project objective and level. The time given is 5 to 7 minutes. Unfortunately, we don't have any prepared speech today, which give us an ample amount of time for our second session, the table topic session, where the table topic master will give a topic on the spot and the speaker will have to talk the topic for about 1 to 2 minutes, impromptu. The important part of this segment is that the guest can also participate in this session. And then the third session, that is the evaluation session, where the general evaluator and her team will evaluate the whole session for all the speakers who took the virtual podium so that we can improve. So before we start our session, I would like to introduce our GE. Our general evaluator is someone who is a graphic designer by profession. For me, she has always guided me with important things to keep in mind for improving. A complete team player, an amazing singer in Toastmasters, and she is also PR manager of Area Q3 and Associate VP PR of Virtual Toastmasters Club. When I asked her about her importance of destiny in her life, she had a very interesting view that destiny is not nothing else but outcome of our thoughts, where unknowingly we wish and forget about it, and it becomes our destiny. By this, we can change our destiny. So, let's welcome our G for the day, Toastmaster Shilpa. Toastmaster Shilpa, the virtual podium is all yours.
Thank you, Toastmaster Vishal. So I am the general evaluator for today, and I am not going to take this evaluation session alone. I have my three tag role players, which means timer, our counter, and grammarian. So now I would like to introduce my first role player, that is timer for today. To explain his role, timer Toastmaster Kshitij. Toastmaster Kshitij, can you please explain your role?
Yeah, thank you, Gentle Evaluator. So, am I audible?
Yes, you are.
Yeah, okay. So, in my very first meeting at Toastmasters, the first question that struck my mind when the auxiliary role players were getting introduced was, why do we need someone very specific to time our meetings? Like, let's say someone is given a time slot of 5 minutes. So, why can't be the presentation 1 to 2 minutes late? And you won't believe the answer that I got was this: it helps you to do more work in less inputs of time, and thus you feel more fulfilled. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I am Toastmaster Kshitish, and today I will be playing the role of a timer in this enthralling session. Well, we all know that today we are having a full day table topic session. And by full day, I mean it is limited to the meetings only. You don't have to speak impromptu in your homes too. Well, coming back to the my part, each speaker has a time limit of 1 to 2 minutes, with 1 minute being the minimum time when I will show the green card like this. Is it visible? Then
Yes.
1 minute 30 seconds is the mean time when I will show yellow card as my background, and then 2 minutes is the maximum time when I will show the red card as my background. Please note that there is a grace period of 30 seconds only on the upper side, and after which, sadly, the speaker will be disqualified. Thus, I request all the speakers to pin my video when it is their turn to speak. I will be presenting my report at the end of the session when called to do so by the general evaluator. All the very best, and over to you, ma'am.
Thank you, Toastmaster Kshitij. Very well done. You have explained your role very nicely. Next, I would like to call upon the R counter, Toastmaster Ritika. Toastmaster Ritika?
Thank you, Madam General Evaluator. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and dear guests. I am Toastmaster Ritika, and today I am playing the role of an R counter. So, my role as an R counter is to record the unnecessary sounds used by all the speakers and check if they use crutch sounds like R and These crutch words obstruct the smooth flow of the speech, can be annoying to the listeners, and also decrease the value of the speech. I will also look out for filler phrases like you know, but, so, and extremely long pauses. So, my role as an R counter is to help all the speakers to become aware of them so they can minimize the use of these words in the nearer future. I will be presenting my report when called upon to do so by the general evaluator at the end of the meeting. And when any speaker uses any crutch words or filler sounds for more than 4 times, then I'll use the word multiple for it. Thank you, and over to your general evaluator, and all the very best to all the speakers from my side.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ritika. You have also explained your role very well. Next, I'll call upon the grammarian for today, and the grammarian is Toastmaster Anurag Jain.
Thank you, Madam General Evaluator. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and dear guests. I am Toastmaster Anurag, and today I'm playing the role of a grammarian. My role as a grammarian is to pay close attention to the good and the not so good usage of English grammar and providing suggestions for the same when called upon to do so by the general evaluator. As a grammarian, my role is also to introduce you to the word of the day. And word of the day is serene. It is an adjective which means calm, peaceful, and untroubled. An example of this word is her eyes were closed and she looked very serene. I would urge all the speakers to use the word of the day as many times as possible, and each and every time the speaker uses the word, he or she will be rewarded with an applause. I would also copy and paste it in the chat box so that you can use it for future references. All the best to the speakers, and over to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmaster Anurag. I think you should also write upon the word of the day in the chat box, at least if you didn't share your screen and showed it then also, so that it will help audience to keep it in track. Okay, thank you, Toastmaster Anurag. We have already did it. Okay, so now I will hand over the stage to Toastmaster Vishal, the Toastmaster of the day, and I'll come back with my report with my role players at the end of the meeting. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Shilpa, for explaining the role of GB. Now, the time has come to start the table topic session. And to conduct table topic session, we have table topic master. He is someone who I truly admire. And within a very small span of time, his impact in my life is positively visible. You can always disturb him anytime, and trust me, he will be there to reciprocate. The level of commitment toward his work is commendable. The director, who is the real hero behind the screen, a leader who wants to create leaders. In Toastmaster, he is VP Education of our virtual Toastmasters Club. When asked about his take on destiny, his view was very similar to mine. He believed destiny, fate, and luck all are related to karma based on our deeds, and destiny changes. Let me help you welcome Toastmaster Krishnesh. Toastmaster Krishnesh, the podium is all yours.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the Day, for that wonderful introduction. The first part, I was not sure whether you were talking about me. The second part, yes, from the VP Education part, that is me. Thank you. Very good evening, fellow Toastmasters and guests. The table topic section enables a member to develop the skills of impromptu speaking. We all know that. For the guests who have just joined, table topics also helps members to quickly organize and express their thoughts. You can think of table topic speech as a mini speech with an opening, body, and conclusion. This also provides a speaking opportunity for any member who is not on duty in the meeting agenda. And today, even if you are, you may join in and someone will obviously perform your role during that time. Guests, you may also participate if you wish, and I hope you do. And don't worry, if you think a topic which I have given is not something you would want to speak on, or you are getting stuck with it, please ask me for a new one. I will be able to give you a new topic. The catch being, once you get the second topic, that's what you have to speak on. Each speaker is required to speak for 1 to 2 minutes, and the timer will be showing the green card at 1 minute, yellow card at 1 minute 30 seconds, and the red card at 2 minutes. Participants get 30 minutes, 30 seconds. Nobody will speak for 30 minutes. 30 seconds after the red card to wind up. Each speaker must try to use the word of the day in your speech. Today's word of the day is serene, as our guest Anurag has said. Cat, please rename yourself. So, that being said, I would like to introduce my table topic speakers evaluator, who is an integral part of the general evaluators team. The way the format is going to be is what I'm going to explain after he's comes on the stage to explain his role. He's someone who I have immense respect for the way he gives his evaluations for speakers. He is someone who calls a spade, and every evaluation he has given to speakers, irrespective of whether I am that speaker or not, or if I have heard that speaker speak, I learned something from that evaluation. So that being said, may I please call upon stage my table topic speakers evaluator, Toastmaster Anik, to elaborate on what he will be doing today. Toastmaster Anik.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Krish. You kind of set the bar high for me with that introduction. I'll try to do justice to the role that I've been given today. So I would be serving as the table topic evaluator for all the speakers who would be coming on stage today. And as Toastmaster Krish has briefed me, that after every speaker who has spoken on a table topic, I would provide him or her with a feedback for maybe about 30 to 45 seconds on how the speaker can improve, and so that everyone else can learn from that, and so that we can continue improving with our speeches. I'll keep my introduction part short. We'll meet with every speaker, so you have to bear with me for the entire session. Toastmaster Krish, let's start. It's all yours.
Excellent. Thank you. Thank you, Toastmaster Anik. So there we have it. The format for the next half an hour will be someone will be coming up on stage. I will be giving them a topic. They will be speaking on it. After they conclude, Toastmaster Anik will be evaluating them for 45 seconds or so. And then we do the same iteration till all 17 of us have spoken, right? Oh, good. Nobody said no. Excellent. So that's what we're going to do.
Krish,
So,
one thing can I
yes,
request? So
yes.
whenever you call upon a speaker, please ensure that he or she is having the spotlight on, so that I know who
Absolutely.
is the speaker.
Got it. Guest Anurag, if you don't rename yourself, that's what I'm going to call you. So please make sure the spotlight is on the speaker. Can I have my first speaker? How about we are shown the way of how to do it by Toastmaster Panna Rashmire. Madam Toastmaster. Toastmaster Panna, your topic is building blocks of life. Building blocks of life. Toastmaster Panna Rashmire.
Each block that we build in our life is what we look back at with memories. From when we are small to when we grow up, there's so many things that we do in our life, right? So many achievements, so many things that we do not succeed at. But each one of them, the successes and the failures, are the building blocks of our life. For instance, when I was growing up, I wanted at the beginning to be an air hostess. Why? Because I wanted to travel the world. But my mom told me that is not the way to travel. Why don't you study further? Why don't you look at other things? Widen your horizon and understand what is in store for you. That was one building block in my life, the study, the education that I got. The next, and by the time I finished my education, I changed my mind and I wanted to be a teacher. The experience I got as a teacher, the exposure that I got handling those children and their parents was another building block in my life, which helped me to develop patience, which helped me to deal with parents in a different way. The third building block in my life was when I joined Toastmasters. When I joined Toastmasters, it helped to give me confidence to speak better, and confident to be a leader. These were the three building blocks in my life: the education, the professional experience, and Toastmasters. And these three building blocks are what I will look back at with fond memories when I'm at the end of my life. Over to you, Toastmaster, table topic.
Toastmaster Anik, the stage is all yours.
Thank you, Toastmaster Krish. First of all, congratulations, Toastmaster Panna, for taking the stage as the first speaker. I'm really one of the people who admire you for your speaking skills. So, if you look at your table topic, the building blocks of life, you had a wonderful take because you showed us three aspects of your life from where you actually build on with your life. So, as far as the structure of the speech goes, I'm perfectly all right with it. But what we can do to improve on it? So, as you mentioned in the beginning, if you remember that there are so many experiences which have helped you to build, and so many which was not so good experiences. So, probably one of those experiences, if you had hit upon, the speech would have been even greater. And one final point is, if not at the beginning, but maybe after say 15 to 20 seconds, you can greet the table topic master or the contest chair, whoever is giving you the topic, as a courtesy that thank you for the topic. So that's all. Amazing speech, but since you are already a great speaker, you can challenge yourself with these points. Over to you, Toastmaster Krish.
The advantage of having a superb person evaluating the table topic speakers is after he finishes, all I have to say is, I wanted to say the same things, but he said it before me. Thank you, Toastmaster Anik. Can I have my next speaker? And whoever is coming up to speak, please make sure you pin the timer. So who's my next speaker? Easy topics, easy topics. Topic going once, topic going twice. So the third speaker is going to be one of the guests, the ones who have come. Please chat among yourself who's going to come third. The second, who's going to come in next? Can I have Toastmaster? Where's he? Where's Rupesh? He's gone. Okay. Oh, Toastmaster Pratyush, how about you? I know you're relatively brand new in Toastmasters, maybe a few days
Yes,
old,
this
but
yes,
you've been
this
a
but then this TM brand is giving me a sense of responsibility come burden also, because this is my second and I have become the TM, so I do not have the opportunity to change the topic and that.
no problem, no problem. It's okay. With great responsibility comes great power.
Okay,
So that's what, no, that's not your topic, but that's why you got the TM.
no, I understand.
So, Toastmaster Pratyush, brand new Toastmaster Pratyush, your topic is life is not a race. Life is not a race, Toastmaster Pratyush.
Yeah. First of all, we have been taught from our childhood that we should compete. In school, we should compete with our classmates, with our friends, and we should race with them to get good marks, good grades in education, in sports, and in all the curricular activities. But with the time I grew up, I realized that if we keep on running for something and we do not think about it in a peaceful environment and sitting sometime that how we should do it, and we just keep on racing for the achievement of the goal, then we will not be able to achieve it. So if we think that life is just a race, then we will not be able to work our brain properly to achieve our goals and our aims. So in order to achieve something, we will have to step back from this word, from this sentence that life is a race, and we will have to again think in a slightly matured way that how should we treat our life and what we actually want from it. Because at the end of the day, each and every one of us needs a peace, a mental peace. That's the most important thing we need in life. Because if we keep running like rats and then we achieve something and then we look back, then we say that we have only just ran for success, money, and other things, but we have not enjoyed the life that we got. uh, is it okay? Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Pratyush. Toastmaster Anik, all yours.
Thank you so much to Toastmaster Krish. Toastmaster Pratyush, you may be new to the Toastmasters fraternity, but you are a great speaker. So, therefore, I would like to present 2 points with which you can challenge yourself. You presented the idea of the topic very well, that life is not a race, and what are the disadvantages if we consider it to be a rat race. So what was missing was probably you can introduce a story. It may not be your story. A personal story is always the best because we tend to express it with a lot more emotions and a lot more feelings when we say a personal story. It might happen that you don't have one, that's all right. But probably some generic story where you can share example of a person who considered himself into the rat race and maybe then went on to become something different when he came out of that. So some in story which can actually connect with every member of the audience. And second, what I felt was you can use gestures a lot more because just going from the contest perspective, around about say 40 to 45% of your marks is on your gestures, like the hand movements, the stage, the physical gesture that you present. So maybe when you're talking about, say, it's again another rat race. So like, yeah, like the parents have been telling you from the childhood days. So you droop your voice and your face, and then you say that once you come out of that rat race, that's the beauty of life. So that excitement should be there in your voice. Since you are a good speaker, and I think you can challenge you with these points. That's all from my end. Over to you, Toastmaster Krish.
Thank you. Thank you, Toastmaster Anik. So before I start on with the next topic, let me just arrange the room a bit. So Timer Kshitij, are you able to share screen? Timer
Krish, I think
Kshitij.
you can put Kshitij on spotlight also because I think there is facility of keeping two people
No,
at
no. Why
spotlight.
do I need to share the screen right now? I'm changing my background.
Hmm.
That was a different question, but okay. So host and
And
co-host,
he's the
can you?
co-host. He's the
Yes,
co-host.
he's the
Kshitij is the
co-host.
co-host.
So will he be able to be on spotlight by himself? How
No,
do
I'll
I?
have to put him.
How do
I'll
I?
have to put him.
How do I ensure he is on screen? You
Every
will
speaker should pin his video.
Yes,
Every speaker
on the
just pin
speaker,
his
right,
video.
like right click my video and click on pin. Or if you're
altern
using a mobile phone, click on the 3 points and then pin my video.
Alternatively, can one of the co-host put him on spotlight too? Because two people can be in the spotlight at the same time. Does that work? That will make it easier for the speakers to have one less thing to worry about. Okay, let's have Kshitij on spotlight, and whoever is the next speaker, we can add him or her to the spotlight too. Can we have Kshitij on spotlight? Yeah, excellent. So I have guessed Sangeeta and I have guessed Ankita. May I have one of you to volunteer to be a speaker? Sangeeta, you have been with us for quite some time now. Would you like to try? Fine. So then let me try with Toastmaster Amrish. How about you?
Yes, okay.
Excellent. Toastmaster Amrish. Also, let me remind all of you that it would be nice if we could use the word of the day during our speech. Toastmaster Amrish, your topic is small things matter too. Small things matter to Toastmaster Amrish.
Good evening, everyone. When you progress in your life, you find you are running behind the big things, big bungalow, big car, big career, big money. But do you think a, a 1 hour spent with your friend in a addabaji will give you more pleasure? You will miss it when you will be on the top, because in that time you don't have any time for your friends, family. When you have big cars, you will miss your auto journey when you take in your initial level of life. Sometimes small things give you too much happiness. I, rem- I remember when my wife says, "You are always looking for the big things, but you never bother about small small happiness which comes from your normal actions. So we should not always run for the big things. We should also value the small things. In like in my office, in every month there are many due dates. We are full of pressure in during the during the pressure time and everything. But I try to find out time for my juniors to talk with them, to encourage them to work and laugh in between. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Amrish. Toastmaster Anik, stage is yours.
Thank you once again. Toastmaster Amrish, I have seen you as an evaluator in the previous sessions, and you are a confident speaker. So, what I liked about your speech first is you had that ability of contrasting things. So, you told about big things first, and then you came to the small things. That was something which is appreciable. But what you can challenge yourself here is you remember you talked about that in your life you don't give much of importance to normal things. And then you could not highlight much on that. So, probably one or two examples. Say, maybe a 5 minute chat with few of your family members, or maybe one phone call to a distant relative, maybe one small cup of tea with one of your friends. Some one or two little examples that would have done the trick there. And to challenge yourself, you had a good opening, you had your body, but I was missing on the conclusion. So maybe your idea towards the end, that maybe one small line of action, that ladies and gentlemen, Toastmasters, maybe the big things matter in life, but those small 5 minutes, little bit of adda, those tea moments, they will be the most elaborate moments in your life. That would make a perfect conclusion to the table topic. Over to you, Toastmaster Krish.
Thank you, Toastmaster Anik. Excellent. So, people, do you see what's happening here? Because we are getting an evaluation after every speaker, each speaker who takes the stage should ideally try their best to be better and try to incorporate the evaluation which was given to the previous speakers. That being said, who do I have next as my next table topic speaker? Come on, come on. We are missing out on valuable time, people.
Whenever you will have an easy topic, just call me.
What an easy topic. Excellent, Dr. Rupesh. Excellent. I was hoping you would go last so that we will leave on a high, but please show us the way. Dr. Rupesh, your topic is blood, sweat, and tears. Blood, sweat, and tears, Toastmaster Dr. Rupesh.
Hi, dear friends, Toastmasters and guests. This is a fridge, but when you're using the fridge, there is a story behind it. These all things happen, not happen, or what is the right, what's the wrong, no one knows that. But the thing is how you're going to articulate this. I can recall the story, how your blood can go to fridge. Thing is, I can recall the story. There is something called in Kasi Akshardham or Mokshadham. And you can book the guest house for only 2 weeks when you are sure you are going to leave this world because you are going to get the moksha. And if it will not collapse or something will not happen in 2 weeks, you need to vacate this. But the thing is it possible? It looks sounds some funny, like you are sure within 2 weeks you are going to die. One of my friend who posted the article in the YouTube as well, and he visited that place, and he got to know the person who is there in Moksha from last 25 years, and has seen around 2 million deaths in this Moksha. He said one nice story. There is a guy around 80 years old. He booked guest house there. But after 1 week, 2 weeks, he was alive. But he was very curious. He was not feeling well. Then he requested his brother to come. Then he realized there was a small soup. There's a blood relation, but there was bitterness. There was division in family because of the small issue, both brothers quarrel, and there was a wall in the house as well. There were conflicts. There are conflicts in blood relation. He called his brother, everyone, and he realized what mistake he did. As an elder brother, he should have forgive all that. When he did that, both brothers hugged each other and both say sorry, and suddenly he stopped talking. That means he got the moksha. My dear friend, resolve all your small conflicts. Don't make it the issue. Your blood relation will go very well. That's all. Thank you very much.
Excellent, excellent. Thank you, Toastmaster Rupesh, for that wonderful take. Toastmaster Anik, he's all yours.
Thank you, Toastmaster Krish. Toastmaster Rupesh, I've heard you several times say table topics, and I was expecting a story from your end. It came perfect. Your story had different takes on blood, sweat, and tears. I mean, I was expecting something different when you talk about, say, maybe the struggles of life as blood, but you brought in a different aspect. Small recommendation if you see that your story took, like, say, 90% of your time. So probably if you can say curtail the introductory part of the story a bit and directly jump into the part where you actually explain what is blood, what is sweat, and then maybe the forgiveness part as tears, that gives you some time at the end to summarize. That is what I was looking for. And one or two things that I would request from everybody, first of all, is we can learn from Toastmaster Rupesh that he greeted everyone. So not only a table topic master, you can greet everyone, because what happens is when you go to a contest, I'm take maybe 10 seconds of extra time here. So what happens is, first of all, if you notice in a physical meeting, we all shake hands and then leave the podium for the other person. So a greeting is something which we always do to the fellow speaker or the person who have given the stage to us. That is number one. And number two, I don't know if any of you have visited contest in higher up, say a division or a district contest. What happens is, unless you greet the table topic master or say the contest master for a prepared speech, he or she cannot sit. So there is an unwritten rule in Toastmaster. You cannot take your chair unless you're greeted by the speaker. So it so happened that your table topic master has to stand for the entire 2.5 minutes if somebody is that perfect in that respect. So it's always a good practice. Please do greet someone who gives you a topic or the entire audience, and the table topic master also gets a chance to sit. That's there. And I would request Toastmaster Krish, you announce the topic in the way in which it's given in a contest. So Toastmaster's name, topic, topic, Toastmaster's name. What happens is when you repeat the topic for the second time, the speaker already gets the introduction in his mind building. That gives him or her a 2 to 3 seconds time gap to decide on the introduction. So let's practice in that way for the next speeches. Okay, so let's continue. Yeah.
Thank you. Excellent. So I have 2 volunteers already, but let me just check with my guests. Guests, would you like to give it a shot? As you've seen, this is not rocket science, very simple topics. You come and you speak. Okay, while the guests think over it, let me call upon our president, Toastmaster Seema. Madam Toastmaster Seema, may I have you on stage? Your topic, Toastmaster Seema, is forgetting the past. Forgetting the past, Toastmaster Seema.
Thank you very much, Table Topic Master, and good evening, everyone. Forgetting the past, that I can never do, because the past is what I am today. My grandfather would always mention in stories when I was a kid, I lost him a long time ago, but there was one message which he always kept repeating. Never forget your roots, never forget your past, because that is the experience which is going to make you the present and the future. I totally agree with him, especially now that I'm older, much older, because what we do even an hour ago becomes past. But what happened in the last hour can change what we are going to do now and what we are going to do maybe later on during the day. Once, when I was in school, in high school to be more precise, there was a teacher who I was not very fond of, and who always made it a point to pick on me knowingly in order to participate in the class discussion. She once asked me a question for which I thought I had answered correctly. It was a physics class, mind you, and how correct can you get in physics? As far as I know, not very correct. But she made it a point to pick on me and to punish me for that, for not giving a perfect answer. And what was the punishment? Imagine in high school, class 12, standing up on the desk in front of all your other classmates. Now, this past, after so many decades, I still remember. And what I remember the most is that I will never give anyone such a harsh punishment. So that is one of the things which I have learned now, because we all do mistakes, whether it's my children, whether it is some other Toastmaster now that I'm in Toastmasters, but the punishment that we mete out has to be realistic. And the reason why I have always kept that in mind is because of the past. So never, ever am I going to forget my past. Over to you, Table Topic Master.
Excellent, excellent. Thank you, Toastmaster Seema. Toastmaster Anik, she's all yours.
Thank you, Toastmaster Krish. Thank you, Toastmaster Seema, for that beautiful take on the topic. What we can take from her speech is, if you look at every table topic, it's more or less a topic where we speak some experience about our life. Now, all we can try to do, all of us can challenge ourselves to make it unique, right? That's where we stand out. And what was unique about her speech here was she defined past. If you notice, she was talking about that past being something as long as what her grandparents have said to as immediate as what she has done 1 hour before. That's where your speech becomes unique. And the audience is like, okay, let me listen. This is something unique. I don't know. I didn't think about it. So whenever you get a topic, think where that 5 to 10 seconds you can introduce that unique spice in your speech. That's where it will stand out. And to challenge yourself, Toastmaster Seema, what I wanted was you got that unique idea to your speech. You had conclusion, you had your life experiences, so I won't comment on that. But I wanted you to elaborate on that long time of your past. You elaborated that as your grandfather's story, but something of the immediate past that have shaped you. Maybe say the feedback that you got from the general evaluator in your last president session. You cannot forget that. That has shaped you. Something like that. And these are some things that immediately connects with the entire audience. They will start thinking about the last session. And you get the kudos points for that. So thank you, Toastmaster Seema, and over to you, Toastmaster Krish.
Thank you, Toastmaster Anik. Thank you, Toastmaster Seema. Who's going to be our next speaker? I am going to call upon Toastmaster Manisha. Was that a clap or was that a volunteering for the next speaker? I will take it as volunteering. Toastmaster Manisha, you're our next speaker. Let me put you on spotlight. Toastmaster Manisha, you ready?
Yes, yes. I'm not sure whether I'm ready or not, but
You're ready. You're ready. The butterflies in your stomach, that signifies being ready. It does not signify nervousness. Toastmaster Manisha, the last one standing. The last one standing, Toastmaster Manisha.
can you, if I just heard it right, the last one standing, right?
Correct.
Mm. Thank you, Chris, for the topic, and good evening, everyone, fellow Toastmasters. So topic which I have got is the last one standing. I'm not very sure like what it relates to. I'm unable to link anything to it.
Okay, Toastmaster Manisha, let me give you. So the topic was the last one standing, which signifies, to loosely translate it in Hindi, in our Hindi terms, is आखिरी तक खड़ा होना, right? So he's right. So that kind of person, the last soldier or something like that. So anyway, so that was, doesn't matter. Let me see if you can. I'd like to give you another topic. Is that okay?
Yes, yes.
Okay,
Thank you so much for that.
no problem. Toastmaster Manisha, changing a life. Changing a life, Toastmaster Manisha.
Thank you, Chris, for the topic, and good evening, everyone, once again. So, changing a life. I believe everyone should, first of all, everyone should have this concept of live and let others live. And because of that thing, we can always help someone others, live their lives and they can change their lives on their own. Also, you can contribute in changing their life when you let them do the things they want to do. So, if like in my past, in my life, what I had got from my parents was like they had asked me to choose whatever career I wanted to do, whatever thing I wanted to do in my life. And when I chose my career, that I want to be a chartered accountant, and they left it on me. Although they helped me, whenever I required anything, but they left the choice on me, and that really changed my life, and I'm very grateful to them for that. So this is something which I really I think it is very much important for anyone who can contribute in changing someone's life. And we should always look forward to do so. So thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Toastmaster Manisha. I thought that was a brave effort. Toastmaster Anik, she's all yours.
Yeah, agreeing to you, Toastmaster Krish, that was indeed a brave effort from her. And what I liked about her speech was, whenever you talk about changing a life, you always think about changing someone else's life, like gifting part, or when you bring a impact in someone else's life. But she beautifully brought out the topic where someone like her parents helped her to change her life. It's a very beautiful take on the topic, Toastmaster Manisha. I recommend you to practice more on table topics. What that will help you is to bring an effective conclusion to your speech. Because you remember what Toastmaster Krish had mentioned initially when he started, that every table topic is nothing but a prepared speech of 1 to 2 minutes. So you need to have a body, you need to have a conclusion. And the more you practice, you will come on to that. And one small recommendation that I can give for everybody here, that whenever you face a topic which you don't know, like for example, she faced a topic as last one standing and she was not comfortable with it. Now, probably you face some one of those topics in a contest or in a a table topic event, say in a Toastmasters meeting. What I do, it's my personal take, is I try to literally interpret the words. So the last one standing, someone who is standing at the end, so maybe at the end of a battle, at the end of a contest, at the end of your life, at the end of a journey, anything. So whenever you get a topic which nothing comes to your mind, literally interpret the words. What is the Oxford Dictionary telling you about those words? And maybe 5 to 10 seconds, I'm pretty sure you will pick up on that topic with any example that you can relate to. Something which I follow, probably you can try it out if it works for you. Over to you, Toastmaster Krish.
Thank you. Thank you, Toastmaster Anik. Our next speaker is going to be Toastmaster Anurag. Toastmaster Anurag, where are, is it guest Anurag still?
No, it's grammarian.
Yeah,
now,
grammarian
but it still
Anurag.
starts with G.
G. Okay. Toastmaster Anurag, your topic is What next? What next, Toastmaster Anurag?
Thank you, Table Topic Master. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and dear guests. This is one such question that you ask at each and every life stage to yourself. This is one such question where you retrospect what you have done in your past. You try to improvise what you could do in your future. Remember that class 10 decision when you had to decide between taking science or commerce? Remember that class 12 decision after the board examination results which college to choose? Remember that decision which course to choose in your college? You always had this at the back of your mind where you will be taking yourself, what will be your next way out towards your destination. But let me give you a simple advice, my friend. This answer to the question of what next becomes very simple when you define a specific goal in your life. Suppose if I want to become an equity research analyst, I have fixed a goal and how do I pursue it? This is not going to happen if I take, say, science in class 11 and 12 and go on to become an engineer. But this can happen if I pursue CFA and I start working towards becoming an equity research analyst. This helps me to define where my next step will be. And this is how you should lead your life. So that at the end of the life, so that at the end of that ladder, you do not find yourself having walked up to that destination and that ladder is hanging on the wrong wall. So, my friends, if you want the correct answer of what next, define where you want to be, where you see yourself in next 10, 20, 30 years down the line. And the answer to this question is something that you will find immediately. Thank you, and over to you, Table Topic Master.
Thank you, Toastmaster Anurag. Toastmaster Anik, he's all yours.
Toastmaster Anurag, I have known you for some time in Toastmasters community here. So you had a nice opening. You greeted the table topic master. You defined the idea of your speech very well. What's next? So you took it from the class 10 level to a career defining option, and then you had a beautiful conclusion. So from the basic structure of a table topic speech, well done. And you also had a good delivery. So you had a bit of voice modulations, your hand movements, then you came in front of the camera, you moved back, all those things perfect. What I was missing over here to challenge yourself, this is to take your table topic to the next level, is you have an innate quality of including humor when you speak naturally, like when you are a table topic master or a TMOD or like the host you were playing the other night. Why not incorporate that in your table topics? So when you're talking about big life goals, why not which girl to date next, roll number 1 or roll number 50? That's it. See, that's where the humor comes in your speech, and I know you can do that. Think about that when you're doing your next table topic. And what it happens, you get some immediate brownie points. That's from experience. So you can work on that. Over to you, Toastmaster Krish.
Thank you. Thank you, Toastmaster Anik and Toastmaster Anurag. Who is our next speaker? Who is our next speaker? Who hasn't spoken yet? Toastmaster of the day, if you would like to take over as timer, I would know. I'm not telling you to speak. If you could take over as timer, I'd like to give the option to Kshitij to speak. Will that work? Excellent.
Yeah, sure.
Toastmaster Kshitij, you are our next speaker. Toastmaster Kshitij. Making the first move. Making the first move, Toastmaster Kshitij.
Well, thank you to Toastmaster Krish for the topic. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. And the topic for today is, may I have the topic again, please?
Making the first move.
Okay. Making the first move. Remember, friends, when we were child and our parents hold our spooky hands and we walked in our wobble-like steps to a distance. Remember the day when our parents were on the other sides cheering for us to come to them, running and enthralling. Well, that was the day when we took our first move. When we grow up, it is not limited to where we go to. I remember my path bearer, he once told me that I will be there. I will be there. Those four words can help you make friends. And if you follow through, they can help you make a long time friend. And I always follow through. And whenever I make a step towards a friendship, towards any relation, the first thing that I want to give or I hope to give is the commitment. That is destined to be my first step. Now, whenever we get some like okay, so that's all. Thank you. Sorry.
Good take, Toastmaster Kshitij. Toastmaster Anik, he's all yours.
Yes, indeed, Toastmasters Kshitij, a very good take where you're talking about making your first move and then you moved into commitment. That when you're basically talking about probably somebody who's a mentor, a guide, or when you are working in a group, just wanted you to elaborate on that. You had your time, just elaborate on that. That's all. I mean, speak freely. You are an energetic speaker. I saw in the you last day in the debate. So you are an energetic speaker. Just conclude. That's all. Your brilliant ideas. You need conclusion. That's it. Over to you, Toastmaster Krish.
Excellent. Rightly said, Kshitij. Just take it from where you left off at the debate. You're doing great, boss. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 have spoken, 6, 7. So I have only Shilpa, Toastmaster of the day, our counter Ritika. You'll not be able to speak. CA Singitya having a network problem. Guest Ankita, would you like to give a shot?
Uh, Hello. Hi, Toastmaster Krish, and hello, everybody. So, as this is my first session with Toastmasters, I can definitely give a try. The only thing I can request is just that if I won't be able to switch on my camera.
Not a problem.
Okay.
Not a
Thank
problem.
you.
We will look at Kshitij and his smiley. Guest Ankita, your topic is my best day in school. My best day in school, guest Ankita.
My best day. Okay. Thanks a lot for giving me such an awesome topic. So, whenever it comes to school, it's always like we do not have one single memory, but lots and lots of school memories. So, probably there are many such instances or many such cases where I felt like my best school moment or my best moment in school. But yeah, to be precise, it was the day. I'll share my story. So that was the time of class 11th and 12th going on. We had pressures of our, as some of us can relate, the pressure of the competitive exams and the boards as well. So I could not some way prepare for my pre-boards, and I always was reluctant towards school studies as I never wanted to miss and any year and for the you can say for any competitive to clear through, and then I got very like just the passing marks. Contrast to that, I was always one of the toppers in the school, so that was in a way shocking, and everybody from the principal to uh, all the teachers and everybody was shocked. And then they were being my parents were being called upon for complaints and stuff. After which I just kept quiet, and I just kept quiet. I continued doing what I was doing. And then it happened out to be that, yeah, this is a small achievement, but then I turned out to be the regional topper in the 12th board examination, also clearing AIEEE that was happening that time. And then my parents were again called in, and I was being facilitated for my scholastic achievements as well as the other co-curricular activities. So that day, from that transformation or that change, where my parents being called upon for my complaint to where my parents being called upon on the stage to like for the achievement being shared by them. So that was probably one of the best days of school. Thank you, Toastmaster Krish, and thanks everybody for listening to me so patiently.
Thank you, Ankita. Toastmaster Anik, she's all yours.
Thank you, Toastmaster Krish. First of all, I guess we all congratulate her for taking her first step as a table topic speaker. A Toastmaster, future Toastmaster Ankita, your USP is your voice. You have a very powerful voice. So keep coming on these table topic sessions on this podium. And I believe you have a lot of stories to share. So whenever you get a topic, we would all love to hear your stories. And with that, I would wish you all the best. Do keep coming. That's all from my end.
Thank you, Toastmaster Anik. It was really a great experience on the very first day. So thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Anik. Thank you, Toastmaster Anik. Thank you, Ankita. Who do I have? Madam General Evaluator, can I take a few more topics before I move on?
I think we can go for one more topic.
One more topic? Excellent. Who do I have next? Toastmaster Vishal, you've already spoken.
I think Madam General Evaluator and you
Madam.
are the person left.
Anurag wants to. Okay, so I think I have troubled people by giving topics. I would like Madam General Evaluator to give me a topic.
Okay, I'll give you a topic.
Please.
Okay. So your topic will be when the music changes, so does the dance. When the music changes, so does the dance, Toastmaster Krish.
When the music changes, so does the dance. And I was dancing in tune to this topic a few months back. I had started my Toastmasters journey with the comfortable, competent communicator manual, which most of you are unaware of. I had gone through years and years of giving the same speeches and not completing any projects. And suddenly the music changed. Toastmasters International said, we are going to do away with competent communicator. For those of you who don't know, that is something which has been replaced by what you now have as the pathways. So there I was dancing to the new tune. I hurried through my speeches, and every time I thought I had tricked my mentor, he would get hold of my video and say, no, you need to redo your speeches. So I not only got good at dancing, I got good at dancing to various tunes. And right now I'm dancing to the tune of Pathways. Again, I've gotten very comfortable. I don't know how long I'm going to continue dancing to this tune. Let's see what happens when the music changes. Will I start dancing to a new tune, or do I learn from my mistakes and start learning new types of dances and improve on my communication skills? Madam General Evaluator, thank you for that topic. Back to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Krish. Now the stage is to Over to Toastmaster Anik for your evaluation.
Thank you, Madam General Evaluator. Toastmaster Krish, brilliant take on the topic. I didn't expect that coming up from the CC manual. I mean, I've also been a part of that, the journey of Toastmaster. Here, what you could have challenged yourself with is whether the dance previously or the new one, which was better and why, or which was not as good or why. Maybe you could have like for the members who are new, you could have told them about the struggles of doing a speech on voice modulation, on body language. But here, giving a speech and receiving a feedback and repeating again, so easy. The dance was easy. Maybe in that way you could have taken the topic to a different level. Thank you so much. Over to you, Toastmaster Krish.
That concludes our table topic session. And because I want to get away from the grammarian's book, I would like to remind all of you that in the corners of the chat room, the word of the day is lying calm and serene. Literally. You cannot take my name, huh, grammarian? I have used the word of the day. That being said, back to you, Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Vishal.
Toastmaster Vishal, you are on main side.
Hello.
Yes, now you can hear me.
What an amazing table topic session it was. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Krishnesh. The topic you chose were really, really good. And I must say, the presence of mind and the humor you put in is very difficult thing, and we need to appreciate this quality. I hope all of you enjoyed this session. This deserves a huge round of applause. I would request each and everyone to kindly unmute yourself and clap for it. Now, I would like to hand over the podium to our general evaluator for the day, the most awaited session, that is the evaluation session, and receive valuable feedback. Toastmaster Shilpa, the podium is all yours.
Thank you, Toastmaster Vishal. So first, I would like to call upon my tagable players to present their report. So I will start with GAT, not SPAD. So I will call upon the grammarian at first. Toastmaster Anurag. Toastmaster Anurag, can you please present your report?
Thank you, Madam General Evaluator. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and dear guests. Fortunately or unfortunately, the word of the day was used twice, and both the times stunningly by VP Education and the table topic master, Toastmaster Chris. There was some really good usage of English grammar in table topic session, something that I was not expecting. The first being punishment we mete out. Pick on me. Same iteration. Widen your horizon. Resolve all your small conflicts. I am my past. Never forget your roots. Some of the not so good usages were let me help you welcome, could have been used as help me welcome. With great responsibility comes great power is actually used as with great power comes great responsibility. Small things gives you too much happiness could have been used as small things can give you more happiness. And hold our spooky hands could have been used as held our spooky hand. That's all from my side, and over to you, Madam General Evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmaster Anurag. Your report was very good. I don't have any recommendation for you. Next, I would like to call upon the R counter, Toastmaster Ritika. Toastmaster Ritika, please present your report.
Hello, am I audible?
Yes, you are audible.
Anurag, can you please make me host so that I can share my screen? Thank you. So here is my report for my R counter report. Our Sargenta terms, Toastmaster Anurag was flawless. President Seema Ramesh used a thrice. Our Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Vishal, used so three times. Was flawless. Timer Toastmaster Chitij used twice. Grammarian Anurag was flawless. Our table topic master Toastmaster Krishnesh used so three times. Our Toastmaster Anik Gupta used multiple times, once, so multiple times. For the table topic session, Toastmaster Panna Ray used so twice. Toastmaster Pratyush used multiple times, once and so twice. Toastmaster Amrish used thrice and so twice. Toastmaster Rupesh used once, once. Toastmaster Seema used couple of times. Toastmaster Manisha used multiple times, once and so thrice. Toastmaster Anurag used but once and so thrice. Toastmaster Kshitij used multiple times, so twice. Guest Ankita used a couple of times, twice, and so multiple of times. And Toastmaster Krish used so couple of times. That's all from my side.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ritika. What a wonderful presentation you have given. Only one recommendation for you. Um, you means when you have done such a great work on your page, you could practice as it is in virtual medium. You could practice to make it in Excel sheet or something so that you can share it. And second recommendation would be you could communicate with the host beforehand that you will need to share your screen so that when the general director asks you to present your report, you don't have to ask over there to share your screen. Overall, your presentation was really very good and very amazing. No one in
Okay.
Toastmasters has given such a presentation in this way.
Thank you.
So,
And I'll keep that in my mind, whatever you have said. Thank you.
thank you, Toastmaster Ritika.
Mm.
Next,
Yeah,
I
I'm
would like
sorry,
to
I got
call.
disconnected. Sorry, Shilpa, give me a second.
Mhm.
I don't know why the Zoom is hanging. It's saying some network issue. Give me a second.
Do you want to share your screen, Toastmaster Ritika?
No, I can't open my Zoom on my laptop. Like, okay, let me do one thing.
If you cannot share your screen, you can just you can just call out the timing.
Yeah, let me do that. Yeah, okay. So I think, is my screen visible now? I hope
Yes,
it is.
yes.
So coming to the table topic section, the first speaker was Toastmaster Panna, who took time that was 2 minutes and 11 seconds. The next speaker was TM Pratyush, who took 2 minutes and 3 seconds. What is happening? The next speaker was Toastmaster Amrish, who took 1 minute and 46 seconds. The next speaker being Toastmaster Rupesh. Oh,
See if you can just drag it and keep it at the
yeah,
side
yeah, yeah.
so we
I
can.
don't know what is happening. Give me a second, okay?
Today, I also get a lesson that while playing a timer role, everyone should keep the timing note down in your diary also, so that if you get any sort of issues with the screen, you can just tell the time orally.
Yeah, so I'm just mentioning the time, okay? The next speaker was Toastmaster Shima, who took 2 minutes and 14 seconds. The next speaker was Toastmaster Manisha, who took 1 minute and 32 seconds. And the next speaker was Toastmaster Anurag, who was also the grammarian of the day, and he took 2 minutes and 18 seconds. The next speaker was Toastmaster Kshitij, that means myself, and I took 1 minute and 31 seconds. And our penultimate speaker was guest Ankita, who sadly disqualified, and because it took 2 minutes and 46 seconds. 6 seconds. And the last speaker was Toastmaster Krish, who took 1 minute and 44 seconds. Coming to the role players, our Sergeant at Arms, Toastmaster Anurag, took 1 minute and 57 seconds. Our Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Vishal, took 7 minutes and 20 seconds in total. Our table topic master, Toastmaster Krish, took 13 minutes and 14 seconds. Then the table topic evaluator, Toastmaster Anik, took 12 minutes and 27 seconds. And finally, the general evaluator, Toastmaster Shilpa, took 2 minutes and 3 seconds as of total summation. That's all in my report, and sorry for the trouble. Extremely sorry.
That's so great of mine with this wonderful report. And I must say you have noted down the timing for general evaluator also, but you can add it later. The thing I'm going to speak out now. You can add that time later in your report. Okay, but very beautifully done. Okay, so now I would like to give my recommendation for the overall meeting. Unfortunately or fortunately, all the role players were so amazing that I really don't have too much of recommendations. So starting from the time, the meeting started bang on time. Now coming to Sa, I don't. I felt like Sa should also explain the vision and mission of Toastmasters Club in his introduction in his speech, which was missing over there. He did explain his rules and regulations very nicely. Then, coming to T-Mod, the Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Vishal, you were great. You had expressions. You also made audience connected by asking questions to them in the starting of your speech. One recommendation for you is you have you have said something about your topic, that is desired destiny, only in your initial speech. But later on, when you were after the table topic session or before the table topic session, there were nothing regarding that theme. So I would prefer if you could speak more on your theme so that everyone can relate to the theme, because the theme has just got vanished ultimately. Next, table topic master, he was flawless. Table topic evaluator, he was also flawless. I really have no recommendations for them. I think I've done. Is there anyone left? No. So that's all with my report. Over to you, Toastmaster of the day or President Ma'am.
Thank you, General Evaluator, for the detailed feedback. We definitely take a lot from this. I would request everyone to unmute themselves and keep clapping for it. Lastly, we have come to an end of today's meeting. Before handing it over to our serene Madam President, I would like to teach each and everyone one present here. Please make sure whatever you wish for will come your way only when you desire for it, work for it, and be loyal towards that work you have put in. Things will definitely come your way. Thank you, and over to you, Madam President.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Vishal. A huge round of applause, please. A very, very brave and good attempt as the Toastmaster of the day for the very first time. Huge round of applause, and please keep taking up roles like this. This is what we are here for. Well, I can see that the voting links are out, but before that, today is a serene moment in today's meeting. Why? Because I will be doing something which is pretty emotional. I at least find it very emotional. I will be inducting 2 members into the club today. So I would like everybody to kindly participate in it. And I would like Manisha and Kshitij, if both of you could please keep your videos turned on. Okay, Manisha is on and Kshitij. Thank you. Fellow Toastmasters, it is now our duty and privilege to induct Kshitij and Manisha, new members, into the VirtuoMasters Club. This is an important occasion both for these new members and for our club as well. These individuals have come to Toastmasters seeking to improve their communication and leadership, and we now have an opportunity to help them learn, grow, and achieve. I will now call our new members forward and ask them to join me in the podium, the virtual podium. Kindly withhold your applause until the ceremony is completed. Manisha Baheti and Kshitij Sreshta, you are joining a worldwide organization that has helped more than 4 million people to learn to communicate more effectively. As members of the VirtuoMasters Club, you will benefit from a proven program of self-development. You will become part of an outstanding group of people who are dedicated to helping one another in a spirit of sharing and enjoyment. Membership in this club and in Toastmasters International is a privilege that carries with it many rewards. Yet it also places certain obligations upon you. We are a group of people brought together to do things we could not accomplish alone. Our collective obligation is to grow and improve ourselves and to share our knowledge and experience with fellow members in a spirit of enjoyment. This means you must work diligently towards your own self development, evaluate others' speeches in a spirit of support and sharing, assist the club in reaching its goals, remain positive, and keep a smile on your face always. Now, Toastmaster Manisha and Toastmaster Kshitij, kindly repeat. You can say I, Toastmaster Kshitij, and then Manisha can say I, Toastmaster Manisha. Kshitij, go ahead.
I, Toastmaster Kshitij,
I, Toastmaster Manisha,
in the presence of your fellow members of the VirtuoMasters Club, make this firm obligation to attend meetings regularly and prepare fully for each assignment to apply yourself to the projects outlined in the Toastmasters education program, to participate actively in club activities, to evaluate others in a positive, constructive manner, to build open, friendly relationships with your fellow members, and to bring together and to bring other new members into the club so that they can also gain the benefits of Toastmasters. Now, the members of VirtuoMasters Club, the rest of the members, we, the members of VirtuoMasters Club, pledge to support our quest for self development, to provide you, the new members, with positive, helpful evaluations, to maintain a friendly, supportive atmosphere, to give you opportunities to help others, and to make your Toastmasters membership a rewarding and fulfilling experience. Can all the members of VirtuoMasters Club please say I do?
I do.
I do.
I do.
Thank you so much.
I do.
Welcome, Toastmaster Kshitij and Toastmaster Manisha, officially to VirtuoMasters Club.
thank you.
well, I didn't expect this to happen, or else I could have been in suit, boot, and everything. Thank you so much, Madam President, for introducing us.
This is one thing which we try and do every meeting. Once a month, we induct the new members, and it is not necessary. You are all formally dressed, so it's fine. It is just the feeling of being into the new club. Okay, now have the voting link. Okay, great. The awards. This is something that everybody waits for, but then for me, everybody is a winner. Whoever has participated, because it takes a lot of courage to come in front of an audience and speak. Well, in any case, we need to have the ribbons going up. In the category of the timer, the R counter, and the grammarian, who do you think has won today's award?
Grammarian.
Our counter.
Our counter.
And then it is the timer. Very good at guessing, VMC. Well, this goes to Ritika, the R counter. Huge round of applause, please. Well done, Ritika, in your role as the R counter. Very well done. In the category of the table topic master and the only
Thank you,
table
ma'am.
topic master and general evaluator, who do you think has got it today? And the Toastmaster of the day as well.
General evaluator.
And then table topic master, and then TMOD. So let me cut out the suspense. It is going to go to our Vice President Education, the dynamic table topic master for today. Huge round of applause, please. Wonderful topics. Krish did very well. And last but not the least, the best table topic speaker. Any guesses today? We had a lot of speakers today.
Dr. Rupesh.
Panna ma'am, Pratyush, Amrish, Rupesh ji.
Going on. But you are
He
all
knows all the names,
wrong.
no? Because he
You are all wrong. It goes to Toastmaster Seema Ramesh. Thank you. Crazy, but this is really good. I'm so glad that at least so many members have come in to take part today in the table topic session, because we all need to now prepare for the contest. As you know, the contests are just around the corner, and I would, in fact, I would request all members to try and get into this contest mode. Because it is not just the competitiveness. I want to be there. I want to get into the area, the division, the district. It's not that. It is the courage to come forward and to take part in the contest. You may not do well, you may do really well, but you'll never know unless you try. So today I officially close the meeting for today, and thank you so much. See you next week at the same time.